Hello, my name is Russell Scott from ScottCarvings.com, and I am going to carve something similar to this. I know you hate that when I say similar instead of exactly. See, I carved this out, and it's a ghost popping out of a jack-o'-lantern. He's got the lid in his hand, as you can see. Use sort of like traditional cuts and stuff with a little sort of a more modern, I don't know, kind of looking face. Anyways, I thought, well, since I have him, looks like he's kind of stuck in the jack-o'-lantern, I am going to, what I did is I made a copy of that, what I just did, and then I'm going to stretch him out like he's kind of more wisping out. That's what we're going to do. Thus the cutout. Now that's about as far back as I can go. I can't go any farther back. I can only go forward. Oh, there we go. A little bit. Maybe if I go like this. Kind of the cut out, you might say, this way, so you can hopefully you can stop it and make some kind of a picture. Or here, let's show this one here if you're interested in this one too. If you just wanted to make it more simpler, let's see. I gotta look through the lens here, through the viewing device. There's the front. There's the side, back, other side. I think all you need are two sides. And I'll show you this too, even though this is the R&D version of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with something that I have carved and go on to something new. So I'm going from pretty sure is what I'm doing to I hope I know what I'm doing. Yeah, don't mind that little cutoff. I had to cut out this so the head would go straight across. Whoop, where is it? Yeah, see. So that's the only part you ignore. Okay, the first thing I want to do is pencil, of course. Pencil center lines. Now he's kind of in a sort of a happy, twisted back a little bit, so we're not going to go straight down. We're going to draw the center line of the ghost. Whereas the jack-o'-lantern, we'll draw the center line. He's going to go down like this. I would say the most difficult part of this whole project comes around this part here. This is going to be the most difficult here. Everything else is fairly routine. So I want to kind of start with that. Make sure I have a lot of extra wood here because that's what I did here with his hand holding the top of the jack-o'-lantern. So I want the lid to go in like this, so it'll be in this direction, so it's not going to be facing out this way, it's not going to be facing out this way, it's going to be facing out this way, but I'm still going to keep a lot of wood there to work with. Now according to my pattern, this will be part of the lid, and I'm going to draw just a little bigger because what's going to happen is we want the lid to be about the size of the hole of the pumpkin. But as we all know in wood carving world here, is we want to leave more wood than we need. We can always take away, we can't put back on. Put it back on. And then his arm is coming down. Am I in there? It'll probably be something like that. Now the purpose of the other hand, I got him as, he just has his hand on his belly there. But if you choose, drill a hole, and you can have a sign saying Happy Halloween. Or Merry Christmas, or what, 4th of July. No, anyways, no. Whatever you want to put in there. More candy. Want candy. So, let's put that arm in here. Now the shoulder is like this. It comes at an angle like this because I want to make this perpendicular with this line here. Here's this shoulder. Here's this shoulder, and I'm going to give more shoulder than needed. Right, let's get the, I just want to make sure we got enough. And then the hand will come something like this. Enough to get started, I think. Let me draw that like this. This is the final line. That's my final answer. Because I do that a lot. I just make a bunch of lines. And I do that to my students. And I do that like this. And there's where you cut. Well, which line? Oops. Sorry. I mean, I know which line, but... Okay, first things first, let's get the B-tool out. Let's get those arms in or out, cut out in mind. Make sure I'm still in. Are we in? I should be putting on my other glove, my cuticle saving glove. But I wonder if I can just do this. You know what I am going to do. I use an old glove, beat up glove. I'll throw them away. Some use little, what do you call that, little bandage or something like that. And wrap it around, but I've tried that a few times without success. I mean, some probably have been successful, but at least I still use this glove for something else. And then as soon as this glove starts showing a bunch of holes, then I will retire this glove into the trash. So, okay, got the arms in. So let's start rounding him out. Him out. We assume a ghost is a him, like we always assume a Christmas angel is a her. I don't know. And so we'll start the blocking up process. I get out of there. And of course, watch the scraping of the knife. I know we like to fling that out of there, and what happens is that it'll end up dragging on the wood. But even I have been caught doing that. Do as I say, but not as I do. And again, I'm still having troubles keeping my thumb off my other thumb. I do have more push doing that, and of course I got a longer blade, but the thing is after a while this thumb is not particularly happy being squeezed. And right now we're at the roughing out stage, so it's not going to be particularly clean right now. I just want to get that wood out of there. Now we got it started. Adios to the wood chips. We did a little undercutting there, but that's fine. Now the thing I'm going to do while carving the arm is, of course, this is a ghost, in which does not have that many sharp corners. I'm going to, what I did was I did have some sharp corners. I mean, I could have a sharp corner if that separates, but I want to have more some rounded because he's more of a rounded guy. But in this stage, there's probably going to be a lot of sharp corners, and I'll come back later to round it out. Unless if you're a chisel guy, gal, carver, sometimes people like to take a chisel and just start whacking away via the chisel. I prefer the knife. Careful, cutting towards me. When I do cut towards me, I concentrate to make sure that I stop where I plan to stop. See if I know I want to go to here, so if I carve, and it's not a matter of just putting the knife in and just put a lot of pressure until something happens. But that, of course, is where you got your stop cut will help. And then cut like this. That's what I call like my grandma cutting carrots in the vegetable soup with the paring knife. I got this kind of, like I said, I'm really just whacking away, and I'm leaving a lot of junk, but it does bug me after a while. But you know what? Hold on a second. Can I bring this over a little bit more so less shadow? Is that better? Maybe come a little forward too. Okay, let's cut. I'm going to leave that alone for right now, or try to remember that. Sometimes I plan to do something and I get too wacky with the knife, wacky happy, and then all of a sudden I just discovered I ruined something, what I hadn't planned. What I'm trying to do with the knife is, and it's kind of difficult, I mean, I'm sure you've heard of it, where you slice. So in other words, instead of just coming down, is that you pull as you go, but sometimes getting used to that, especially when you get to the end, you might slip. So I'm trying to, or go forward. I always hate the sound of breakage. Sounds like I took the tip off my knife. And I'm just taking a little bit off the wispy part because I don't want to get too narrow now. That's probably going to be the last thing, one of the last things that I do. Okay, I got no, I don't have it out. I got this to go. Oops. Kind of went with the grain there and almost lost a hunk that I probably shouldn't have had taken off. And again, we're just blocking this out.